Grace and peace. My name is Ryland Jr. His name is Christ Jesus. And I'm here with the homeboy, Jose. What up, what up, what up? Yeah, man, we just came back from, as you can see in the background, at AMC. We're at the Webster AMC here in Rochester, New York, Webster, New York. And me, Jose, a couple other brothers and sisters, we actually just came from the Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom is the film that, man, I'm bad with names. Jim Cassavel. I think Jim Cassavel, the actor who played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. He starred as in the true life story about Tim Ballard, who was working for Homeland Security, and he ended up coming across a whole bunch of the pedophile rings and all of that. And then after a while, from catching over almost 300 pedophiles, he ended up starting to look for the victims in these pedophile rings. And man, the film touched on a whole lot of things, man. And just wanted to do a quick live reaction. What do you think, Jose?
I think it was a great movie. Heart-wrenching because it is a reality right now. Great movie, very well done. But again, it's just something that we really need to address, man. It's not happening in other countries. It's happening here in our country, man.
Yeah.
But a great movie brings awareness to some very important stuff for these kids right now, man, that don't have a voice, right?
Yeah.
You know, so we recommend you definitely go see it. And again, pay it forward, like they say, you know what I mean? So other people that can't afford to see it or don't get a chance to see it can see it. A great movie, great production, and just a great meeting all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the film chronicles Tim Ballard, who's a character who is working for Homeland Security. But the main thing is that it's not really about him. It's really about the children, and that's what I really thought was dope. It kind of put a face on face to the faceless.
Right.
The idea of child trafficking, of human trafficking, is it's a big topic that is dark and ugly, and people don't really want to talk about it. So they put a face on it. They put a face on it in the form of a little boy named Miguel and his big sister Rocio, and those are actual real life children. This man Tim Ballard went into the trenches in Colombia, into some real serious areas where the police don't go to, where the army doesn't go to. They just they police themselves.
Right.
And it told that story. It really told a raw, ugly, disgusting story of people and those who are just so full up on themselves, full up on the idea and the love of and pursuit of money. Man, the part in the film that touched me, even from seeing the previews, when the man said there is a way that you could buy a bag of cocaine and sell at one time, but you take a young person and you can sell 5-10 times a day, you know. And it's just like, man, these people are really just about money. They literally have humans as a commodity. These young children. I mean, I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, man, and these are children the same age as my kids, and they pluck them up off the streets, like you said,
right?
Like chickens.
Like chickens, man.
They literally run up on people who have young children, and snatch them up. They showed video of a homeless woman. She was sleeping on the street with a baby. And as bad as a situation as that is, a man came up and slowly got the baby out of this homeless woman's arms and jetted with the baby.
Just kept it moving like nothing.
And kept it moving. People walking in the street, just walking by him.
Sad,
you know, and it's just like, man, I mean, granted, it might not be popping like that here in the States, but they put up some stats at the end of the film that was like, yo, it's a $150 million a year industry, with the United States being one of the biggest destinations of child trafficking. And the young people who are trafficked are put into the sex trade, and the United States is spending the most dollars in that $150 million across the globe. So it's dark and it's ugly. Nobody want to talk about it. But this film makes you kind of face it and see, like, yo, what can you do? There are organizations all across the globe that help with these types of things. I shared this with some of my Aussie crew, and I found out about an organization. Either it's called A1 or it's called A2. I think it's called A2. It's an organization that goes into like Thailand and areas like that, and helps with rescuing children and getting them out of that type of situation. And one of my sisters out there had volunteered for that organization on more than one occasion. Went to Thailand and was just telling a story about like how just looking at these children's faces is just like heart-wrenching, you know.
We're dealing with that right here. You know what I'm saying? It was an adult. Even adults are getting kidnapped and trafficked. So.
Oh, you talking about like at that hotel?
At the hotel.
Yeah, that was like.
I was like, this is happening here. You know, not that we're excluded to you know what I mean, to any other like any other place, but just the fact that it hits home, man. Just, put a face on the faces. Like you said, that's the best way to say it, and you know, just spread the word and just keep an eye out.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is, like, we did the Rap on Lyle event about at this point about a month ago, and the walking up and down the streets of Lyle Avenue, that is not something that I do. I ain't gonna lie, I don't do that, and I did that pretty. I was up and down the streets of Lyle Avenue for 2 days during this event, ministering with the people up and down the street, man. Drug dealers, dope fiends, prostitutes, destitute, and all parts in between. And the thing about it is, it's like you never know when these people got into the situations that they were in,
right?
You know, so it's just the idea of this film is amazing. I'm glad that it was done. He said that they made it 5 years ago. They made the film 5 years ago
to get it released,
and it took all the time to get released. 2018, I think they said they wrapped in 2018. I saw online before the film, and it took all of this time with going through hoops and hurdles and
red tape and all type of stuff.
And there's no publicity about this.
No,
there's no like so many people are talking about this film. I mean, so many people I tell about this film and they've never heard of it. And we come here today and the joint's sold out.
Right. It was blessed to
literally,
get some seats.
Quite literally, the last 2 tickets were people in our party.
Right.
The theater was sold out, and this is just one showing. It's showing like right now across town, and later on this evening, and on the other side of town. You know, so it's like the theaters are showing it, but the public is just not being informed.
Right.
They're not putting that on Entertainment Tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting that on Access Hollywood.
Right.
Because Access Hollywood is pretty and nice and cleaned up. But this is nasty, dark, and ugly.
It is, and it's reality.
And it's real. So real.
Real.
But the pretty and cleaned up stuff is all fiction.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just crazy to even think.
Marketed very well.
Yeah. You know, they were like, I had a big budget for production.
Right.
I mean, for marketing and all of that. So let's just put it on the people to spread the word. And they have a pay it forward initiative going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
You go to angel.com/
Pay it forward, I think.
pay it forward, something like that. Basically, Angel Studios is a studio that put out the film. So if you find Angel Studios and look for Sound of Freedom, you can find out how you can give and pay it forward so that somebody who might want to see the film is not unable to see it due to cost, due to not having the money. The reason that we're here on this live right now is like I figured, listen, let's go ahead and do our part,
right?
You know,
a real reaction
to shout out the film,
because
it's one of those films that needs as much support as it can get. That's not going to get it just on the strength, but somehow it's still selling out.
It's still selling out. Correct. Which is amazing. God, some mysterious ways.
Yes, glory to God for that.
You already know, like the movie says, God's children are not for sale.
God's children are not for sale. God's children are not for sale. So, yeah, man, this is me, Ryland Jr. His name is Christ Jesus. His name is Jose. and we here at the AMC Webster 12. And yeah, man, Sound of Freedom is available at theaters, I'm sure, in your local neighborhood. Go ahead and find out more about that. If you've seen the film, if it's touched your heart, you know, go ahead and spread the word. Yeah, God bless you.
Christ Jesus, thanking God for a new day. Get up this morning, stretching and yawning. Yeah, lifted to praise Him as